Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Baylor Bears, McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos in Waco, Texas. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the UCF Knights, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Bears will kick it away to start us off. He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They'll run it from the gun. Turning it on. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. They try to get it outside on the left. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? The first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
The Knights line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They've got some room headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Knights!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. They'll try to blast their way in. He's got a nose for that goal line. First he scored the touchdown. Now he makes his way in for the 2-point conversion. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the snap, it's Green. Can't get him to the ground. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Green. Creates a little space. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Already down a score early. The last thing you want to do on your first drive is give it right back to them, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted. Oh, what a play.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
With the run on 1st and goal. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
How about the offense? The offense goes with the run on 3rd and goal, thinking they can push it in there and be physical. The defense is having absolutely none of that. Nice job by the defense, committing to the run, being physical, and stuffing this offense.
Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. Direct snap. It's Abram. Goal line defense on 4th down, and they give him nothing, making the stop at the 2.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference play. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today. I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
The Bears will line it up on 1st and 10. Snap it to the back. Creates a little room. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
And the Bears have this offense rolling. Finds his man. It's Malone. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Bears headed quickly to the line. Direct snap. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Offense in the hurry up.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
Wants to go up top on first down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Tries to get it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out. There he goes. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. He's piled up 97 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes. Unleashes one deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
So now it's 2nd and long. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Final play of the quarter coming. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. But one in the books, let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. The Knights come to the line in the hurry-up. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the gun. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
The Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll leave it with the lone back. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against our top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Tatum. Steps away to find some room. He'll take a shot. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
4th down and 13, and the offense is going to give it a shot. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. And the Bears racing to the line in a hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Got a little space. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. The Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Snap to the back. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a 1st down.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense.
A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Gonna run it. It's Green. Turning it on. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the 1st down. And the Bears, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Snagged in the middle. It's Green.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
The Bears have their offense in high gear. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
The give to the tailback. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. And the Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on 1st down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Gonna run it. It's Green. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. They'll keep it on the ground. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Running the red zone. It's Green. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Bears will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Baylor!
And you're going to need more of this in the 2nd half. That's the way you punctuate a drive at the end of the 1st half to cut this to a 1-possession game. Need more of that physicality in the 2nd half.
A little surprising that they didn't go for 2, but they're still down by a point. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Dropping back, it's Tatum. Makes the catch, it's Simon. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The Knights will hustle to the line. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. He uncorks one deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, UCF!
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole 1st half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Looking for the 2-point try. Direct snap. Not able to get into the end zone and convert. The lead remains at 7. They had hoped to push this out to 9 and a 2-possession edge. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He wants to take the top off. And he's got it inside the 35. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Knights will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Oh, they're after him. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Got room to work. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. The Knights want to crank the tempo. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Knights.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Here comes the two-point try. Here comes the option. Worked on the touchdown. Might as well do the same thing on the two-point conversion. He gets all 8 points on that trip. He'll bring it out. It's Malone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. It back, and here comes the Bear offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it, be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline, so let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Gets it out fast. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And the Bears getting set on 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Bears are in the hurry-up.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Wants to throw it. Trying to set up the screen. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Quick tempo here for the offense.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. Right on the money. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, the ground game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Tatum. Right down the middle. tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down. They'll lead the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, UCF.
Perhaps their punter is injured. Perhaps they don't like to punt. Perhaps they hold an inherent bias against kicking the ball to the other team. Whatever the reason, they'll go for it on 4th and a country mile. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll try to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. On the run, it's Green. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. He'll try it again. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Bears want to move quickly. They want to run it left here. They stop him at the 23. Good pickup, but not quite enough for the first down. It'll bring up 4th down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Baylor.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Sends it back in motion. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Throws for the tight end. It's complete. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The RPO, it's complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown Bears! Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone. because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
They'll line up to go for two. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Bringing the heat. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. It ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, but not before he gets it out to the 40-yard line. We've reached the end of the period, and it's UCF holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. Final stand to the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll try the left side. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Looking to throw, it's Tatum. Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
That's caught. It's Simon. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And they'll try to tack on 2. Trying to power it in. He gets into the end zone for the 2, and that is big. It's now a 3-possession game. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. To the ground with the back. At the 20, he's got space. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. Grab behind the line. It's Averill. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass, it's Tatum. Touchdown, UCF! And the pummeling has started. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
UCF 37, Baylor 13.
He'll bring it out from deep in his own end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take. He tries to take the top off. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Gets it out quickly. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. The Bears moving quickly to the line. To the air on first down. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Pulls it in. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Now inside 4 minutes to go here on second down.
Here we go.
Looking to throw again. He's got him this time. Knocked out at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open.
Going for it all. Touchdown, Baylor! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
He's got it, so they convert the 2 and keep just a flicker of hope alive, down 2 possessions. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on third down. Looking to throw, it's Tatum. Quarterback extends the play. Rolling, throwing, looking right. It's caught. Touchdown, Knights! And the route is on. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Penn State is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up by 35 over Mississippi State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the heat. He'll pull it down. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple. And the Bears want to pick up the tempo.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush four guys on that play. They are going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, UCF! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on. Pick makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes the grab at the 10. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll go to the air. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
From the gun. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking it and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
The Knights are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. The play action fake. Throws to the tight end. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. The Knights in the hurry up. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Tatum. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And back to the air on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Wide receiver comes in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
That last score sort of like the finishing touch on a great meal. They are oh so close to tasting victory and getting ready to kick it away again. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. starts a drive trying to go up top. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Wants to throw on first down. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown Bears! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He wants to throw it. He'll get in there as they draw 2 points closer. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Okay, ready? Ringo! 325.
To throw, it's Tatum. Here's a heat. Buys a little time. Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. The Knights now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. After this, it'll be a wrap. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 15. Ripping off a